Hey everybody, it's Uzi from the Option Selling Institute with a new video for you. Before I get into it though, I just want to say as a disclaimer, this is for informational purposes only. Um, don't take my advice for any type of trading. You can and will lose money. Um, just got to put that out there, everybody. Don't want to get in any trouble. Um, so I'm trading full time now, 27 years, and longer if you add in the time I was doing it part time while running a business. So I have a lot of time under my belt. I've been through all of basically all the catastrophes that the market's been through since the late 90s and survived it all. So yeah, I'm just trying to put out some videos to help you guys with some strategies I use in the Discord I run, and just trying to impart some wisdom from the years of trading, and help you guys get through some tough times and help you learn some new type of trading ideas and styles and strategies. Um, I'm not saying I'm better than anyone trading that long, but I am trading a long time, a lot longer than a lot of these gurus out there. Matter of fact, I think if you combine some of the years that they've been trading together, I'm still trading longer than them. And one thing that comes with that is a lot of market wisdom. It helps you get through the tough times and know how to handle things a little bit better. Because trading the markets is not easy, as I'm sure you guys are all aware. And time under your belt, sitting in your chair watching the screens is really how you become a better and masterful trader. So all I can say is spend as much time as you can watching the markets, watching how stocks move, looking at charts, because everything that gets traded shows up on the charts. And there are a lot of people out there that don't believe in charts and technical analysis, and that's fine. I do, and I use it in my trading, and it works for me. Doesn't have to be used by everybody, but it does work if you know how to use it and you like using it for your type of style of trading. With that said, the topic today is going to be on a trade that we did in the Discord this week. It's using an option strategy called a zebra. It's one of the first times we've used it, and it went very well. We made a combined almost 397% on the trade, 297 plus. So it came out to be close to 397 total. And it was the type of trade that, you can replicate over and over, either on the bullish side or on the bearish side. All right, so let's get into some of the topic discussion. And please leave comments down below if you have any questions about anything. I answer and read all the comments. Be happy to follow up and help you guys understand the strategy. It's not hard at all, but happy to help you out with understanding it and how to use it in your own trading. All right, so let's get right into a definition. So a zebra options trade is also known as a zero extrinsic value back ratio spread. So if you just take the letters in zebra, it works out to be zero extrinsic value back ratio spread. Now this was actually put together and coined by the girls from Tasty Trade, and they've also came up with the Jade Lizard. So they're pretty smart trading chicks, and they put this trade together. And what it is, it's an option strategy that allows traders to simulate a stock position, whether you want to go long or short. Okay, but you use significantly less capital than either buying or shorting the stock directly. It essentially creates a synthetic stock position, so it's similar to the profit potential and the risk exposure as if you had 100 shares of the underlying, either long or short. So basically, it's a stock replacement type of a trade. Okay, and like I said, we used it successfully, and you can use it on both sides of the equation. You can either go long, bullish, or short, bearish. And here's how we did it. And this is the way you do it. You basically buy two in the money calls. You sell one at the money call. Now, selling that one at the money call removes all the extrinsic value that you are paying in the two long calls that you're buying. So, when you buy calls, you're paying intrinsic and extrinsic value, right? So by selling that one call, you are basically removing all of your extrinsic value from the equation, and that's how it replicates the stock replacement. So that's the key. That right there is the key, selling the at the money. And of course, you want to have two calls because one of these calls is going to be tied up in that spread, which becomes a call debit spread, right? And then you're going to have one call running free. Now, you can do this in any size you'd like, but just keep the ratio. So for example, if you're going to buy four calls, you're then going to sell two calls. You want to make sure you have the ratio 2 to 1. Okay, so that's a key thing right there. And has a better return on capital than either buying just calls, again, because you're going to be paying for the extrinsic, better than leaps, because you're going to be paying more out of your pocket for the leap, and you're going to also have extrinsic, okay, and also better than the poor man's covered call. So this really is a great stock replacement strategy, and it gets you as close to 100 delta as possible. All right, that's one of the beautiful things about it. All right, next slide. Let's get to the next slide and show you what we got there. Now, like I said, you could do it on either the long side or the short side. Okay, and here's how it all breaks down as far as the risk to reward. So the risk to reward profile, basically, we're going to be looking at the call side. Okay, so let's be looking over. Let's go over to this side over here. We're going to be looking on this side here. Okay. Right here. We're going to be on the call side. So the risk to reward profile is you're limited on the downside and unlimited to the upside. Okay, so you can only lose what you spend, okay, but you can make unlimited on the upside. The cost of the strategy, again, lower than buying the asset outright or even buying some of those other things we talked about, like the leaps and the poor covered call, just a regular call. Market outlook, again, you were talking calls, so we're talking bullish. The profit potential, okay, it's very, very high. Okay, if the assets price increases substantially, which is what ours did, is a matter of fact, on a percentage level. And then your loss potential is just capped to the cost of what you paid. So if you pay $1.50 for the combination of the two calls and the short call, okay, that's your max loss is what you pay. So it's very cost efficient, risk efficient. All right. Now here's the chart of the stock, and I'm going to show you where we entered, where we exited, and how it all plays out. I recapped everything up here in this bubble. Basically, again, the zebra option strategy, you're going to be buying two in the money, selling one at the money. It removes all the extrinsic value. We're working with, after that, you got about a 90 plus delta call. So you're looking as close to 100 delta as you can get. And it's like having 100 shares. Now, what we did was we identified a sister stock to this. QBTS was up after they had earnings. One of my members in the group in the Discord, Frank, alerted me to the fact that, hey, this stock is running. And when I looked at it, I said, I remember that there's a couple in this arena, and I happened to be looking at QUBT a long time ago when it was pulling back in this area here. But I pulled it up and I looked at the chart and I said, hey, man, we have earnings coming up in a little while. We're going to probably get a little bit of a positive drift leading up toward that anyway. This was having a good day on the same day that QBTS was. So I looked at the options chain. I decided on about a 14-day window to give it time to move up toward earnings. So we went with the 523 strike, and I'm going to go through the trades with you in a second. And this is the day we entered. Okay, we sat in it for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 days. On the 10th day, they reported earnings prior to this gap up, and this is when we exited. I decided, hey, you know what? I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. The stock is up from the point we entered it at about 7 and change up to almost 13. So you're talking almost 50% on the stock. 3 is 10, over 50%. I mean, just a big move on the stock, right? And the options were up over, almost 300%. So we booked the profits on it. I'm going to bring that up in a second. But this is the beauty of this type of a trade, because again, we're mimicking owning 100 shares of the stock, okay, and with no extrinsic value baked into the cost of our options. All right, let's look at what we did actually with the trade. So the entry, again, I'm going over it multiple times so you kind of like get a repetition in your head. You're going to buy to open 2 calls, and then you're going to sell 1. And in this case, we went with the 7 and by the 7.5. Okay. Then we exit it in 2 pieces. Reason being is you could have just sold it all in one piece, but I wanted to try to maximize both sides. And being that we were getting out early, by the way, we had an extra week to go before expiration. Now, a lot of times on a spread, you have to wait until real close to expiration to get the full value of the call debit spread. But I'll show you in a second. We got full price on that, but we exited the call. The call alone profited us 297% right here. And then we exited the call debit spread at 100% full price. So we were able to sell that and not have to wait that whole extra week, okay, for that profit, which was nice. And that's why I also decided to close everything out. I threw the offer out there and it filled within about 2 minutes. So I alerted to the group and they were also able to get out at full percent over here on the call debit spread. And again, that's really hard to get out of for full profits a week early. So, I mean, it was an amazing trade, and we're going to be doing more of them. I like the way it really worked out. So, like I said, we do all types of trading in my Discord. We are primarily premium sellers, but we do all kind of spec trades. We'll go long, we'll go short on some spec trades, meaning we'll buy calls, buy puts, spreads, wherever the opportunity looks for profit. But we are primarily a premium selling Discord. So what we're doing is we're on the house side of things. If you want to relate it to, let's say, a gambling house, we're selling, we're not the buyers. So we have a very high win rate. Uh, we have multiple strategies that we use. We're not just one trick ponies. We just don't sell puts. We sell a lot of puts, but we don't just sell puts because the more strategies that you're proficient in, the more profits and opportunities that are at your disposal. So we do a lot of different types of option strategies. And this is one of them that we're going to be using more and more on both sides, not just the call side, but on the put side too. All right. I wanted to show you some of my members' reviews. Um, I'm just showing you six of them, and they're basically, if you just look at the stars, every one of them is 5 star. So we're 5 star rated. We have a great small group of traders, all like-minded, serious traders. Where there's no funny business going on in the Discord. It's all business. We're very serious. We have a good time, but it's all serious. And we look to make profits in every trade, and that's why we do have a high win rate. But it's all serious, and we're looking for more members that are like-minded to come join the team and bring their ideas to the table and share them with everybody else. I mean, we have a lot of traders that do share their trades as well, so there's a lot of trades to go around. But in my group, you are going to get roughly, I mean, depends on the market and how things are going, but you're going to get about 40 trades a month or more. We are we are usually closing around, let me just change that. We're usually closing anywhere between 8 and 15 a week. So we definitely have plenty of trades to go around. Um, right here. I'm always around, so if you ever need support, help with the trade, after hours or before hours, I'm always around. I do mentoring, I do coaching. If you need any help, no problem. Um, I also do, like I said, we do bonus trades, personal spec trades, and I do detailed technical analysis. So if you have a question about a chart you're looking at, you send it into the right channel, a request, and I can put together a technical analysis chart for you, and you can use that information however you'd like. And then we do have a great win rate, and everything is verified. Everything I do is screenshot and posted for the members to see. And we definitely produce the receipts in the Discord. There's no funny business going on there with that. So if you'd like to join us, even you just want to check us out for a little while, you can. Here's how you can reach out to me on Twitter. You can reach out to me. I'm Jim Trainer 41, Uzioptions. Or here is you can find my WOP site. It's WHOP.com, and then it's either Theta Profits with Uzi Options or the Option Selling Institute. If you need help finding that and you can't find it, just reach out to me on Twitter. Um, and I can help you get set up with us. But let me just back up for a second. We are at $99 a month, just so you know. It's $99 a month, but you're getting a lot. You're also getting earnings trades. We don't just do, like I said, one trick pony puts. We just don't sell puts. We do earnings. We do futures options. So we trade options on futures. So basically, you name it. We're in right now, we're in the euro, we're in soybeans. Um, what else are we in? Gold, we're in oil. So we do it, we do it all. Wherever there's a chart and a great setup, we do it. We also trade some zero DTE. We've been successful lately with some zero DTE SPY trades, QQQ trades. So we do it all. And again, we still have a great win rate. And the members have a great time, and we're looking for some more like-minded traders to join the team. So if you want to join us, you can. If you just want to check us out, you can too. Just reach out to me and I'll help you get set up. So with that, this is Uzi. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you feel confident to try one of these type of trades on your own. If you have any questions about it, hit me up in the comments. I'd be happy to help you out if you need help. And with that, have a great rest of your weekends, and good luck this upcoming trading week.